Some see a student athlete working on a shop.
Bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance.
We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance.
And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Interstate Battery's Southern Indiana High School basketball starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glycod, where we are live from Christian Academy of Indiana here on Grant Line Road in New Albany for the Providence Pioneers at 11-3 coming in to take on the Christian Academy Warriors. And we are hoping for another great game tonight. I'm Dr. Ty Carter. Alongside me, Mark Lieberman, as our analyst. Xander Essex working the camera for us tonight. And executive producer, as always, Steve Bird. Well, Mark, tonight we've got Christian Academy again. Last time we were here, they won on a last-second shot in overtime. And tough against a really tough Providence team tonight. So your thoughts on our ball game this evening?
Yeah, last time we were here, what a fun game that was, right?
It was really good.
And I expect to see more of the same. You've got two teams that understand what it takes to win, which means do all the little things that affect the game instead of just worrying about scoring. So both teams have that. Both teams have that culture. So it's going to be a fun game.
All right. Well, that's one of those things too that both of these teams, smaller classes, but they both really play a myriad of different opponents, and they certainly try to challenge each other. These teams go and try to be challenged, and Providence certainly by playing a Cathedral, playing Jeffersonville, playing Floyd Central, some of the bigger schools in the area, right. And then statewide, and Christian Academy likewise trying to push themselves. And just thoughts from you on teams that when you try to do that, making yourself better. How does that work as far as pushing by taking on challenges like this?
Well, you can have fool's gold because you have a winning record, but you haven't competed. You haven't been in situations where you have to fight back, where you find out what your team is really made of, who you can trust on the floor. When you play really good teams, those things are they're glaring, and it's paramount that your guys understand that. You find out who you can have on the floor against the better teams, and it's only going to bring more winning.
All right. Well, again, Providence and the Christian Academy Warriors tonight from Christian Academy High School here in southern Indiana. Let's hear from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors. When we come back, you will hear from Coach Ryan Miller, head coach of the Providence Pioneers. Stay tuned for that. And tip coming up around 7:30 here on Glycod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
If you don't think vaping is addictive, it may have already altered your brain. The nicotine from vaping reaches a developing teen's brain within 10 seconds. This can lead to long-lasting effects like mood disorders. Plus, it can alter the memory and ability to focus and learn. Vaping can stress you out more than before you started. Get help with quitting at in.gov/vape-free-Indiana or text Indiana to 873-373 to get the professional support from your own quit coach.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyniers can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong. And it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding in part provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceinc.org.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, with offices in Jeffersonville and Floyd's Knobs. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Pre-game here at Christian Academy of Indiana with head coach Ryan Miller of the Providence Pioneers, who are set to take on Christian Academy. Coach, last time our Glycod family got to see it was back in the holiday tournament. In the meantime, you played a couple of really tough teams in Cathedral and in Jeffersonville. So I'd like to go back to that just to get your takeaways and what your team learned from playing those two pretty tough teams.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I would say two of the top teams in the state.
for Cathedral, that's a sure thing. And then Jeffersonville, the way they have it going now, with everyone back to a full roster and kind of hitting on all cylinders now. So, it's those are games you want to play in, big games, big time competition. It helps you grow. You realize some areas. We had been playing really good ball, and I thought even against Jeffersonville it played good ball. Against Cathedral we had some moments here and there. By and large, it wasn't our game, but nonetheless, a game that you can build on and learn from if you take it the right way. And I think our boys realized, we knew as coaches there were areas that we could improve upon, but when you have a winning streak going like we did, sometimes it doesn't register to the same degree. Then you take a couple losses and guys, we all start to look in the mirror a little bit more and truthfully evaluate where we're at. And even though we have been a good team, we knew we could get better, and I think those games provide opportunities for us to do that.
So what areas do you think now as you're pushing towards tournament time now, what areas do you really want to see you guys improve?
Yeah, it's defensively just being locked in every single possession. You can't take any possessions off. And when you play top tier teams, that becomes highlighted, because they're making plays. Even when you're playing good defense, they're making plays, knocking down shots, right? So you can't have any let-ups. And we had been experiencing some of that and able to get off the hook, if you will, on occasion here and there. So that was a major point of emphasis. The other one is continuing to just really take great quality shots each possession, and also make sure we're getting other guys confidently stepping up as we near, already in the second half of the season as we near February. Right. Tournament is around the corner, so we want to see other guys confidently playing ball, stepping up, ready to make plays.
As far as this Christian Academy team goes, what have you found as you've scouted and game planned for them?
Yeah, they're certainly one of the best teams in Class A basketball, and I saw this coming for a while, as I told their coaching staff, a few years ago, and then last year especially, just, wow, you guys are going to have a great team. And it's always a really tough sectional for them, but I feel like this year and next, they have a real shot to make a run. Yep. At the 1A level, they have really strong guard play. They have some interior play as well. They play hard. They're well coached, and they kind of have all the pieces, I think, for a 1A club. So they're really a good team.
As far as what Providence wants to do tonight to come away with a win, anything in particular you're emphasizing to your guys that you want them to do well to come away with a win tonight here at Christian Academy?
Yeah, this is always a tough place to play. It's, packed house tonight. It's going to be a great environment. So, keeping your composure, staying the course with the game plan, knowing they have a couple tremendous scorers and players, and you have to be mindful of that. And, we have to be ready to match their intensity. We know that this is a big game for them. It's a big game for us as well. So, really, it's just going to be, come down to us, really being us, playing hard, playing fundamentally sound, not giving them, like you said, not giving them any easy ones, and competing on the boards, competing for loose balls, all those little things, in big games you got to do.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned for all the high school basketball action tonight on Glycod.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
Dr. Carter's office. Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com. With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back in the pregame at Christian Academy, where the Providence Pioneers come in at 11-3 to take on the Chi Warriors at 13-1. It's time for Keys to the Game. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. For those Keys to the Game, let's turn it back over to Mark Lieberman. First, the visiting Providence Pioneers. Mark?
Well, I'll tell you, you've got to decide how you're going to guard David Cook and Josh Renfro. Are you going to switch? Are you going to double? Are you going to deny? But everybody's got to be on the same page as far as how you want to guard them, because those two can just light it up at any time. And then, obviously, their culture, they understand what it takes. We talked about their tough schedule. All those type of things is what this team is built about.
All right, and for the home Chi Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, last time we were here and throughout the season, they've shown tremendous grit. And that means they're the first to the floor for every loose ball. Every 50-50 one is coming up in their hands. They're rebounding, they're defending, they're taking charges. That's what this team can do because they are tough and they're very gritty. And then taking care of the ball, which is what they understand their roles. We were just talking about that.
Right.
Guys aren't going to force the action. You have guys like Nathan Doss who just he's going to make the extra pass, but he's not going to take a bad shot. So those type of things, taking care of the ball, are paramount to Christian Academy tonight.
All right, so those are your Northside Security keys to the game. Where Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Well, let's take another break in this pregame, and when we come back, we will have the head coach of the Christian Academy Warriors, Hayden Casey. And actually, before we do that, I'm sorry, this is the moment when I need to say this broadcast is authorized by Christian Academy of Indiana, with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Now we will step aside and hear from some of our great Glycod sponsors. We will hear from Coach Casey when we return on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question. What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Here at Christian Academy, pregame before the game against the Pioneers with head coach Aiden Casey of the Christian Academy Warriors. Coach, you guys are really rolling. I mean, you're on a 6-game win streak, 13-1 on the season. Just tell me, now we saw you just a couple weeks ago play really good team basketball. How is this team rolling? What are they doing right? How are they playing?
I think obviously credit's got to start with our guys. I mean, they're the ones who go out and win those games, whether it's against a great Silver Creek team last time you guys were here, or last Saturday we were able to get a win against a really, really, really good team in Paoli, who I don't know if people in our immediate area know who. A lot about Paoli and just how good they are year after year, but that was a win we were very, very, very blessed to get. So, and then you start looking at it as a whole. Obviously, it's been a pretty good start. So as a coach, it's just nice to see those guys' hard work pay off. And you think back to the summer and fall conditioning, and it's easy people to look at a buzzer-beating win or a win against the Paoli or something. But as a coach, you know all that goes into it and how much it means to those guys. So it's credit to them for winning those games and buying into a game plan and trusting us as coaches. And it's very encouraging as a coach to be able to say all that.
Well, so let's sort of turn the page a little bit and say, hey, you're a coach, so you want them to get better at some things. What sorts of things do you still need to work on as you've got just a nice chunk of the season left to do that before tournament time starts?
I think as a team, we still have to get better defensively. You know, whatever cliche you want to use in the tournament, you know, defense travels or you got to guard the other team, whatever you want to say. You know, we are believers in that. And we'll see a great example of that tonight with Providence, who everyone knows how just phenomenal they are when it comes to that. But as a team, we just have to continue to get better defensively and really be defensive-minded and take that end of the floor seriously, like we have to start, and not get lazy with that. And then when it comes to getting better, I really think at this point of the year, it's individually skill work and making sure you're ready when your number's called in whatever way when the tournament comes. You know, I think of a guy like Josh Chansey for us, just how much better he's gotten physically and toughness-wise throughout this season. Like, you hope that continues. You hope, you know, even like Joshua, like maybe it's on the defensive side of the ball or, you know, passing out of a double, like all those things that are more individual for him, obviously. You just hope that each one of those players, whatever that may be for them, continues to get better on their own.
Well, let's talk about this Providence team just a little bit. As you've scouted them up, you've already mentioned their defensive intensity because they can get after you on defense. What else has jumped off and gotten into your scouting report?
Well, man, I mean, where to start with those guys? They're the real deal. Everyone knows that, and it's impossible to not respect what they've done. And I mean, I think in our immediate area, and, you know, in the Southern Indiana area, you know, I think it starts with their coaching staff. Players may change, but you know what Coach Miller and his staff have been able to do over the last however many years is, I mean, truly, truly incredible. So all the credit to them and respect to them. Coach Miller's just a fantastic coach. That goes without saying, and his staff's one of the best, and that goes without saying. But, you know, it helps to have good players as well, which they do. I mean, obviously, Noah Lovin is one of the better players in the area. That's not a well-kept secret, and I'm sure they know that. And, you know, then what makes a team like Providence special is, you know, the kid like Quentin Hesse, you know, what he can do from the outside if teams are focusing on 11, or the way, you know, Fuller Tucker's been playing recently. And, man, you just go down the line with them. And, of course, with a team like Providence, they're able to go 6, 7, 8, 9 deep, you know, on film. They have a lot of guys that play quite a few minutes for them. So they're a very, very well-coached team. I mean, about as good as it gets, man. It's hard to find any faults with them. So credit to them and their players, and hope to give them a good one tonight.
Well, so let's talk about that just briefly. Anything in particular you think your Warriors team is gonna need to do well tonight to come away with the win?
If we can play defense close to the way they can, maybe we put ourselves in a good position. But also, I mean, just scoring the ball against them is, I mean, you feel like one bucket is just a treasure, which against them it is. I mean, even things, you know, maybe scoring out of a inline out of bounds play, or putting guys in positions to score. Like, they just do such a good job of knowing your stuff and blowing it up and not letting you do what you want to do. So you look at guys for us like Joshua and David, you know, tonight, Joshua Renfro and David Cook, tonight might not be a night they go for 25 apiece. You know, I'd be the first one to say I'd be shocked if that happened. Be happy, but I'd be shocked, right? And again, that's credit to Providence. So it's just going to be really valuing the ball and finding the balance of still doing what we want to do while realizing you just can't do the things you normally do against a Providence and expect a great result.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here. You always do a great job.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
Homeowners, I wanted to apologize because we made a billboard that said affordable monthly payments, and I didn't explain that to everybody what that meant. So now I'm going to show you guys how much of affordable monthly payment really is. So we check this out right here. If you have a $10,000 roof project, all right, you got $10,000, okay, it is only $107 a month, okay? And let's say that you have a $15,000 roof project. We'll write it here. It is only $161 a month.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Andy's Roofing in Sellersburg, the #1 shingle roofing contractor in Louisville and Southern Indiana. Andy's Roofing.
Back at Christian Academy of Indiana for the Warriors hosting the Providence Pioneers tonight on Glycod. Time for our starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Andy's Roofing, the #1 shingle roofing contractor in Louisville and Southern Indiana. And the Providence Pioneers coming in at 11-3-3 will go as follows. Quentin Hesse, number 5, 6'3", senior guard. Noah Lovin, number 11, 6'3", senior guard. Carter Lannon, a 5'10", senior guard. Brian Wall, a 6'3", senior swingman. And Charlie Scott, a 6'3", junior forward, will be starting tonight. Word is that Elijah Fuller-Tucker just a little bit under the weather. And Coach Miller said he possibly could come off the bench, but he wasn't sure exactly if that would happen or not. For the home Warriors of Christian Academy, David Cook, number 0, 6'5", junior guard. Josh Renfro, number 1, 6'2", junior guard. Cooper Losi, a 6'1", junior guard. Nate Doss, number 32, 6'2", senior guard. And Josh Chansey, a 6'3", junior forward, will go for the Warriors. So again, Cook, Renfro, Losi, Doss, and Chansey for the home Warriors, and Hesse, Lovin, Lannon, Scott, and Wall for the visiting Pioneers. That's your starting lineups presented by Andy's Roofing, the #1 shingle roofing contractor in Louisville and Southern Indiana. All right, well, let's jump away and hear from our great Glycod sponsors, and we will be back with the tip in just a few moments on Glycod.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Hackey Page today.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycod, it's Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. Tonight's game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, Southern Indiana's top choice for buying a pre-owned vehicle. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. Clark County Health Department, prevent, promote, protect. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. And by German American Bank, Skyline Chili, Clark County Youth Services, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop. Now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball.
As we get set for the opening tip here on Glycod, with the Kai Warriors hosting the Providence Pioneers. Time to tip up a basketball tonight, Mark, and hopefully we will have another good one. I know hope be a little tall order to hope for extra basketball and a game-winning three at the buzzer, but certainly just hope we have a good ball game tonight.
Well, you never know. That could happen.
That's why they play the games, right?
Exactly.
Had a buzzer beater last night at Providence, so that was fun. And girls basketball action.
Looks like a sagging man-to-man to start with Academy. Hard back cut.
Providence willing now. Noah Lovin there on a drive. Fade away. Nice shot.
Just great move. Got his body into the defender. That kind of freezes who's guarding him, and he's able to spin off that. Very nice move.
Well, and it's funny, every coach you talk to about Providence, there's Lovin poking the ball away. You know, talked to several coaches before matchups against Providence, and it's always, first guy they bring up is Noah Lovin, and just what a tough basketball player he is, number 11 there for the Pioneers.
He could score in a myriad of ways. He understands the game. You see him defensively, too. He's got good instincts.
And this is Renfro for three. Can't get it to fall. Board cleared out by Brian Wall. That's Lovin again with it. Looks to drive. Double team comes. And whistle and the foul.
Yeah, they ran a weave and isolated a naked ball screen on that side with Lovin, and he's able to drive it and looked for a drift for the corner, but was pushed going out of bounds.
So that went against Renfro, his first, team first. Wall triggers. And gets it into Lannon. So the Pioneers back into their offense. Charlie Scott with it now. Lannon looking to dump it down low, but instead gives it up to Hesse.
He had Lovin on the post. Didn't throw it in. Had great position.
Lannon misses the three. Long rebound off to Doss, who's now got it back. Looking inside. It's Chansey. Loses the handle or fouled. That's going to go against Lannon.
He's super aggressive defensively. And that's a situation there where you get both feet in the paint, you're playing behind the offensive player, you're probably going to get a foul call.
So ball inbounds to Losu, who gives it up to Cook. Cook, number 0. So staring down the defense there before the offense gets rolling.
And you see both teams defensively. They're really off the ball. They're really, really good. They're shrinking gaps. They're not allowing anything easy. There's so much help. Both teams are so solid defensively.
So Renfro gets himself out of the corner there. Doss gives it up. Losi now Renfro.
See how they're showing a double, too, when he puts the ball on the floor. We were expecting to see how they were going to guard him tonight.
Tough pass there for Losi, but too far under. Couldn't do anything with it. Then Doss gets double teamed. Now to Losi. He shoots the three. That one won't go.
Yeah, we were in for a slugfest tonight defensively. Every shot's going to be earned, Todd.
Yeah, it sure looks that way.
Both teams extremely patient. They switched on Lovin off the ball screen now. It's opportunity for him to drive it.
Works against Losi. The double team comes, misses on the first attempt, but Lannon chases down the rebound. Lovin calling for it, but Wall takes it against Cook.
Really nice straight line drive to his right hand. No resistance, uses his shoulder very well. Fend off the defender.
And as soon as that dribble gets picked up, boy, Carter Lannon right there.
Yeah, the pressure's tremendous. The activity off the ball, the hand activity, really great defensive effort.
Renfro, step back, can't get the three to go. Lovin comes down with the board.
This is where Academy has to stay solid defensively. Even though they're not scoring, they've got to have a defensive mindset.
Providence trying to work the ball down inside. Now here goes Hesse. And no call.
Yeah, that's bang, bang. You're not sure if it's a flop. He did extend his arm, how much contact that is. And coach is really working the officials.
I guess that's what I saw was the extended arm and expected the whistle. But
in high school basketball, yeah, that's usually a call.
There's Doss. Blocked.
Probably a mischarge as well, so they're letting them play.
They sure are. So into the game, Fuller Tucker, he does, looks like he will get some minutes there. Normally 6'6" sophomore starting. And Drew Kelly, number 20, also checks in for the Pioneers.
Well, now they add some size and some rim protection, so defensively it's only going to increase the fact that Christian Academy is really going to have to work hard to get good shots. Let's see what Cook can do with his second touch.
Calling for it there, working against Hesse. I like the pink shoes. I'll give him that. Turn around, can't get the jumper to go. So Christian Academy 0 for so far on the offensive end.
Yeah, and they're getting back. They're not really attacking the offensive glass, so they're not getting second chance opportunities either.
And that's Drew Kelly, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. And then the ball, I think that's off Losi, so it'll be Providence ball.
Good hustle. by both ends, a loose ball. Both these teams are going to attack every loose ball. They're going to be active. They're going to flow. You know you're going to get tremendous effort out of both teams.
Wall triggers, tries to get it into Lovin, poked away, and Chansey comes up with it and is fouled. And that's going to go against Lovin, his first.
Let's see what Academy can do here offensively. They've been kind of stagnant. Some ball screens, some ISOs. Got to get more movement to get some touches for Cook or Renfro.
Chansey with it.
Maybe to attack Lovin.
And timeout comes as Hayden Casey sees that his player in trouble there. So we will take a brief timeout as well. Come on back. More first quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Six to nothing here in the early going of the first quarter.
We have a mixed extra point.
Yeah, that's right. It kind of looks that way. It has been a defensive slugfest thus far, and the Providence Pioneers, though, have capitalized. They've ended up hitting a couple of tough shots and have gotten this 6-0 lead.
Well, both teams defensively are so sound, schematically, shrinking gaps, active hands. It's fun to watch.
Well, and you mentioned off the ball. That's one of the things that you really notice how much work goes in when it's off the ball.
Exactly. It's most great defensive plays happen when someone makes a mistake. So if you're not in a help position, it defeats the purpose. And both teams are great in that position to help and be off the ball.
Losi trying to get it to Chansey.
Lovin's gambling a lot. He's got a foul, but I would try and put Lovin in some sort of action with Renfro or Cook, so he's got to guard one of those guys.
Losi on the drive, gives it up. Doss can't get it to go. Chansey cleans it up, misses, but gets his own board and gets it to go.
Just great effort. Got off the floor not once, not twice, but a third time. Great way of staying with it and toughness. And offensive rebounds are really a great way to get your team going.
Wall gets it to Lovin in the paint. Now gives it up, and that's Kelly. Can't get it to fall. Hesse chucks it back in. Back down to Wall. Elijah Fuller-Tucker. Oh, Renfro with the good hands there. Now Hesse, shoots the fadeaway.
Just a tough shot there, and then again, Christian Academy just doing such a great job off the ball, getting deflections. It's just one of those things where a contested shot goes in.
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
Sure was.
Oh, and then on defense, Kelly reaches around. Too much shoulder, too much elbow.
Yeah, Kelly was, sometimes fouling negates hustle. And Kelly right there was just so aggressive, and he bumped them, and those fouls, you don't want them to build up. You don't want to get in foul trouble. So, but I like the aggressiveness out of the defense tonight.
So Fuller-Tucker comes to the bench as Charlie Scott and now Bryson Whitlock check in the ballgame for the Pioneers. Same five as opened for the Warriors.
Todd, let's see if we can get something for Cook or Renfro.
Oh, ball taken away there. Hesse lays it up and in.
that slow bounce pass on the perimeter on an out-of-bounds play. Sometimes that gives a defender a chance to shoot that gap, and that's exactly what happened.
So under a minute to go here, first quarter. Lead extended now to 8. Tough going so far for Christian Academy. Now Kelly steps in the passing lane, takes it to the other end, gets it to Hesse, gets it to go as well.
And Renfro turned it over there and kind of jogged back. Those are kind of plays you got to try and erase the mistakes. It's okay to turn it over, but just get back and make a defensive play.
Christian Academy finding it tough going all the way along, but the bucket and the harm.
Doss, great job with dribble penetration. The defender helped up, and a dump down. And Chancey just made opportunity of his chance there.
That's
and
right.
Knocked it down.
Yeah, good. Doss really creative with all that penetration there.
Oh, no question. Great job getting in the lane and blowing by his defender. And that we haven't seen a lot of that tonight. And when we have, it creates a three-point opportunity.
So Chancey, 62% free throw shooter. Averages 10 points a game. And is halfway there with that make and has the only Christian Academy points thus far.
Right. That's if you had told us at the end of the first quarter that, Cook and Renfro wouldn't have had any points, we'd be surprised. But it's a credit to Providence's defense in the half court.
So 8 seconds to go. Lovin looks to drive, puts it up, gets it to go. And that's the quarter. So at the end of one, Providence 14, Christian Academy 5. Stay tuned. We've got second quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Don't think vaping is addictive. It may have already altered your brain. The nicotine from vaping reaches a developing teen's brain within 10 seconds. This can lead to long-lasting effects like mood disorders. Plus, it can alter the memory and ability to focus and learn. Vaping can stress you out more than before you started. Get help with quitting at in.gov/vapefreeindiana or text Indiana to 873-373 to get the professional support from your own quit coach.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
As we get set to begin the second quarter, let's take a quick look at that last shot of the first. Dr. Todd Carter, Mark Lieberman on the call for you here from Christian Academy.
Yeah, Providence did a great job of just moving guys and almost creating a 4-low for Lovin to just straight line drive with his right hand.
It's Doss. Loses the handle. Gets it back, though. Is it up? Chancey. Oh, knocked away. Good hands, Charlie Scott.
Excellent hands and really was in good position. Was able to swipe down.
Whitlock passed on the three, takes it inside. Challenged by Cook. Ball on the floor. Scott gets the board, and it hangs.
Okay, well, we've seen it all.
I don't see that happen very often. No, that's that. I've seen it get hung up on top of the backboard.
I believe it's a jump ball now. But wow, right? I mean, just Todd, imagine that's a game-winning shot right there.
Right. Yeah, right. What kind of English you have on it just to?
No question.
Just to sit up there.
That should make SportsCenter top 10.
There you go.
Someone needs to send that in.
Send that in. executive producer Steve Bird.
Get on it, Steve.
That's right. And we've got the referees calling for the towel there, getting things cleaned up. So it'll be Providence ball out of bounds on the alternating possession.
Nice screen-to-screener play on the out of bounds.
Ah, there you go. Charlie Scott. Good look there.
Solid screen set, and Scott's able just to roll off of the second screen, and just good action.
Wonder if his teammates kind of called his number there, considering his putback was the one, the shot that sat up there.
You might be right.
So Cook with it.
Again, just a lot of dribbling, and it's, those gaps are shrunk by the defenders. They're denying Renfro, but there's just not a lot of room for them to operate. I'd run them off baseline screens. I'd run them off flares, just trying to get them to move because it's just so hard for them to create off the bounce.
Yeah, some sort of motion. Renfro fouled, and he will go to the line for 2. That's kind of a pick-em as who that's going to be against. It's going to be against Scott.
Yeah, but that's going to be tough going all night. He drove it in hard. They all collapsed. They called the block. Could have been a charge, but they're working so hard, and it's going to take their toll on them on the defensive end as well.
So Renfro gets on the scoreboard, 88% free throw shooter, knocking home the first. Cutting that lead to 10. Now 9 with the second make. Well, and the starting 5 has gone the whole way thus far for Christian Academy, too. And you talked about the toll that the defensive end can
you see a box and one right now being played by Christian Academy.
Nice dump down inside. And then tap back out Preston Kempf. And then the ball on the floor. Finally, the whistle comes. Doss. And he had somebody land on him, which is a tough thing. Let's see if we can get a towel out there.
And a lot of people here in an intense game. And so, a lot of sweat and a lot of guys diving on the floor. You'd like to see that in a high school basketball game for sure. Doss has been the spark plug defensively, offensively for this team tonight.
Has been both, yeah. Yeah, I think really all 5 of those points have come off Doss drives and then Chansey following up on it. Losey on the drive. Floater gets it to go. Let's see. I'm going to wait. No, offensive foul. I thought that was the way he was going, but the man in the striped shirt not real demonstrative on that, so I couldn't tell if it was going to be offensive or not. I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
It looked like he counted the basket and then just gingerly walked to the other end, and I thought I don't think either team or either coach knew what was happening.
So basket waved off, still 16-7, and offensive foul goes against Losey.
Still in the box and one right now, and they're denying Levin.
Kempf, Lennon, now Wall underneath, and that's the football connection there, all 3 of those guys.
Yeah, I think you'll see Christian Academy go back to man next possession or more traditional zone because Providence was able to find those gaps and get layups.
Renfro working against Wall, and there's the foul.
Yeah, he was crowded. He impeded his movement, and that's one of those things where you're so aggressive, and just a good job by Cross.
Renfro looking to trigger, gets it to Cook. So Cook getting some instructions from Casey on the bench there.
Yeah, they were really talking about shrinking that gap again because they know Doss is a non-shooter, so they were really playing off him on that possession.
Losing the handle there was Losey at the other end. Hesse with the bucket. And offensive foul. Yes, offensive foul. Liked by the home fans, not so much by the Pioneers.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Yes, quite.
Played the replay back. We'll just call it interesting and leave it at that.
Good screen right there for Renfro, but he forces it.
And the foul on the attempt. And that was that might get a little. That was maybe Oscar worthy, but 15's been playing up tight on him all night. And you can see on the replay there that maybe I'll show it one more time so Mark can look over my shoulder. I think there was definitely a grab on the arm. So.
And you know what? He wasn't allowed to land in his space as well. Right, yep. So that's another call. So yeah, I think it's a legitimate 3-point call, 3-point foul. And sometimes something like this can get Renfro going.
Yep.
You get to the free throw line and you see the ball go through. It does help you mentally.
Well, and certainly the chance to cut into a lead with the clock stopped. Renfro for his third, knocks home all three, cuts the Providence lead to 8. 5 points for Chansey, 5 points for Renfro for the Warriors. Drive.
No, just so easy.
Oh, very, very made it look very easy. There was Preston Kemp.
I'm not sure if Losey was expecting help, but they ran that handoff action, and he just had a straight line drive. Just too easy in a game like this.
Renfro loses the handle. Losey comes up with it. Gets a little screen.
Again, look at those gaps. There's really not a lot of room for Renfro to operate.
Renfro, tough shot there. Hesse comes down with the board.
Yeah, that defense takes its toll. Now you have to guard a very good Providence team. So not only do you have to work so hard on the offensive end, but now you've got to stay in the stance and
then a whistle. Ball out of bounds. Went out of bounds and came back in, I think was the call. Was that the call?
You are correct.
Yeah. Did not reestablish before coming back in. Or before getting the ball, I guess I should say. I don't see that one called very often.
No, we've seen a few interesting things tonight, Todd.
Oh, Chansey lost the handle, gets it back, gives it up to Cook.
They switched on the ball screen, again, making things difficult. They're screening with Renfro and Cook to maybe create a little more space.
And waved off, foul, hold.
I like that concept. All you're doing is forcing switches, and then they can attack those back and forth. If you have Renfro and Cook in ball screens up top, that might be the most effective way for them to create offense.
That went against Quentin Hesse, his first for the Pioneers. Ball inbounds to Doss. Losey for three, won't fall, and Fuller Tucker in there.
Well, you see that length, and that makes a difference.
Yep, just took it away from Josh Chansey.
Providence is going to be patient.
Lovin works the baseline, gives it up to Fuller Tucker, rejected, and then Losey on the ground ends up traveling with it as he's falling down. And a timeout for the Providence Pioneers, so we will take an opportunity to take a brief timeout as well. Come on back, more second quarter coming on Glycod.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Ten-point lead for the Pioneers. We'll show you that last made bucket there by Preston Kempf Jr. His younger sister hitting a game winner last night in the girls' contest against Floyd Central from about 30 feet and contested. .236 left here. Mark, what can, I know it's Providence ball, but what can Kai do to try to cut back into this lead?
Well, you just, as Kai is in a zone, you got to defend and maybe get some easy baskets. Turn them over. And Providence has been able to turn over Kai, but it hasn't been the same for Kai turning over Providence. So those type of things. But the zone right here, and with no shot clock, they're just going to take their time.
Yeah, Providence is going to be happy just to stand there and hold it. Now they'll start to run some offense.
I think they're just going to move the ball around.
Yeah, I think so, just to see if there's any chinks in the armor. Otherwise, they will hold. And with the 10-point lead, you can understand why. It doesn't make it fun for the the fans, though.
Todd doesn't love to have a shot clock in the prep level, but for right now you have a 10-point lead, right? You're defending really well. You've held them to 10 points. Why give them an opportunity to make a run and cut it to 3, 4, 5
right,
points?
Sure, yeah. No, I get it. Now Christian Academy. They're
not enough to pressure. And you see that, Renfro doesn't want to guard, and they're switching. They put Doss now on Lovin. He's a much better on-the-ball defender, but he's not crowding him, so there's no count. So he can stay until there's a count.
Less than a minute now. Coach Miller shouting some instructions to his guys.
I don't expect them to run anything until 15 seconds.
Yep.
You want to make sure you get the last shot and no opportunity for Christian Academy to go the other way.
I keep watching this near corner down here. We'll make sure we get, because it seems like they'll switch the guy over there.
Yeah, they're worried about Lovin's drive.
Yeah,
and
I'm just wondering about a drive and a kick here.
Right. They've switched back to zone now. They're in a 2-3.
8 seconds. Lovin directs some traffic. He'll just shoot the three. Misses it. Scrum on the ground. Kempf with it. And we go to halftime. So last 2 minutes, nothing happening there. But that brings us to the half. So from Christian Academy, Providence leads the Kai Warriors 20-10. We will step away, have the halftime show for you when we come back on Glycod.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong. And it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding in part provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceinc.org.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. Visit Centra.org.
Back at halftime here at Christian Academy, Dr. Todd Carter, Mark Lieberman with you on the call of this one. And so far, Mark, this one I think we can chalk up to a defensive slugfest as much as anything. Especially where Providence is concerned, but both teams certainly.
Yeah, and Christian Academy turned the ball over. That live ball turnovers that led to Providence baskets. They were effective, Providence in the half court, and defensively, like they're just making life as difficult as possible for Cook and Renfro. You have Nathan Doss trying to dribble drive and create opportunities for Joshua Chansey, but other than that, the offense is just stagnant, and they're going to have to get out and run a little bit more, maybe extend their pressure. It's tough against a Providence team, but you can see that if they're sagging back, Providence really understands how to be patient.
All right, it's time to look at our Centra Credit Union halftime statistics. Tonight's halftime stats presented by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. We've got scoring for both teams, and actually I'll start with Kai at the bottom of the graphic there just because they're pretty easy. Josh Chansey opened with the first 5 points for the Warriors, and Josh Renfro, all 5 of his points from the free throw line. So 5 apiece for both of those young men. Renfro, of course, off his 22 average, and David Cook scoreless, averaging 17. You know, Coach Casey wants to get those two guys rolling in the second half. Quentin Hesse leads the scoring for the Pioneers. He has 8. 2 other members of the squad, Noah Lovin and Brian Wall, have 4 apiece, and then 2 each from Preston Kempf and Charlie Scott, and that does it for our scoring. Again, a low-scoring affair, 20-10, all that is on the scoreboard at the moment. All right, well, that is our Centra Credit Union halftime numbers. Centra Credit Union centered around you. Let's go ahead and step away. When we come back in about 3 minutes, we will talk about the second half and put Mark on the spot for what's going on in the locker rooms for both clubs. And then we'll have second half action upcoming here on Glycott.
Makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Homeowners, I wanted to apologize because we made a billboard that said affordable monthly payments, and I didn't explain that to everybody what that meant. So now I'm going to show you guys how much of affordable monthly payment really is. So we check this out right here. If you have a $10,000 roof project, all right, you got $10,000, okay, it is only $107 a month, okay? And let's say that you have a $15,000 roof project. We'll write it here. It is only $161 a month.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
If you don't think vaping is addictive, it may have already altered your brain. The nicotine from vaping reaches a developing teen's brain within 10 seconds. This can lead to long-lasting effects like mood disorders. Plus, it can alter the memory and ability to focus and learn. Vaping can stress you out more than before you started. Get help with quitting at in.gov/vapefreeindiana or text Indiana to 873-373 to get the professional support from your own quit coach.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
As we get set for the second half here at Christian Academy, as I said going into the break there, let's put Mark Lieberman to the test here. Just put yourself in both locker rooms. What are you talking about? Take your pick as far as who you want to go first with.
Yeah, with Providence, more of the same. That's just they were efficient offensively. They took care of the basketball. They defended well, no second shots, rebounded well. Keep it up. For Christian Academy, they're going to have to force some turnovers. They're going to have to be a little more aggressive defensively, because by backing up and playing a really sagging off of Providence is just not going to do the trick.
And we're just having the basketballs put away and so forth as we're about to start the third quarter. Remind you that our Southern Indiana game coming up next week is Salem at Silver Creek, boys basketball action. Thursday night, February 1st, 7:30 tip. And Coach Andrew Grants, I believe, and I will be on the call for that one. I know I'll be there. I think that's who's going to join me. And
well, let's see if Christian Academy maybe off a made shot, off a free throw, maybe presses, even if it's a 2-2-1 or a soft press, just something to create tempo and change the tempo and the pace of the game, because it's just not conducive for them to be successful against this Providence team.
Need to do something to have a little bit of a spark, right?
Yep, and if it's force a turnover, if it's a trap, maybe something along those lines. Let's see what they do defensively in this half.
Well, you figure with several of those missed threes, too, I always talk about water finding its level, and you kind of figure that sooner or later they'll hit knock a couple of those down. If so, then that, of course, gives them a chance to maybe set up something full court. Oh, Lovin left alone down below. Here comes the triple team, no.
Well, I don't think he could believe how open
he was. Right.
Yeah.
Hesse cleans it up. Oh, tough shot there.
They set a cross screen for Lovin, and he was wide open. They didn't switch. They didn't communicate, Christian Academy, and he was wide open, and he was just surprised. I think he was expecting a defender.
Chansey down below, tries to get it to Doss, does. And then Chansey, another effort, and then a foul comes. Looks like that's going to go in. It's Lannon.
Well, it seemed like they had great position, and it seemed like Doss came over the back.
Nevertheless, Lannon whistled for his second. Doss triggering it in. Renfro now. Again,
there's the early help. They're trapping him. Good hesitation move and great finish. That's tough. You know, he goes with his right hand. I mean, and to hesitate and to make that move, yeah, that's a great finish, Todd.
That was absolutely a tough move. Keeps it to a 10-point lead for the Pioneers. Working the ball down low. Spin move. Charlie Scott couldn't get that to fall. Chansey comes down with it. Clears out.
Yeah, great look. I mean, it just.
And then Losi trying to get the ball back to Renfro. Renfro just not across timeline.
You know, it's part fatigue. I mean, watching him, and he's jogging a bit just because he's worn out. He's having to guard. He's having to create his own shot. It takes its toll.
Number 10, Eli Logsdon checks in the ball game. I believe that's the first Christian Academy substitution. Wall. Everybody playing back off him. Didn't think he would take that.
Again, they can be extremely patient here, Todd, and get the shot they want. Here comes a soft double.
Double team comes. And Hesse misses from point blank. Lannon gets it up, gets it to go.
Man, that's a strong finish through contact. And again, and you know, Providence is extending their defense a little bit, and they have the 12-point lead. And this is it's making life really tough for Christian Academy.
Doss has it poked away, out of bounds, off of Lovin. So Losi checks back in. So that was just a short little moment there for Logsdon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like getting a cup of coffee in the big leagues.
Well, let's see if they can get...
poked away from Renfro. Wall ahead. Oh, got too far underneath. And cleaning it up there was Lovin, but then he was fouled.
Yeah, right now the Providence players are quicker to the ball. They're making deflections. They came out of the locker room and more of the same. They're just getting after it, making nothing easy. You know, you look at Nathan Doss at the free throw line. He's just bent over. I mean, he's asked to do a lot tonight.
Lovin misses on the first. Trying to extend this lead from 12. Makes the second. So Lovin with 5 now.
I know it's not their style, but if they do score, I just think, you know, maybe changing some things they do defensively will really help them.
Again, Chansey trying to clean up the board. He was fouled.
One thing about Chansey, he's an effort player. He's a glue guy. He's hustling for every loose ball. He's coming up with them. He's giving them an extra possession, which is much needed right now.
But I guess importantly there too, Cook on the miss just can't seem to find the scorers column. On the miss, make and the foul.
Sometimes those are tough to rebound, those air balls, and the offensive player has a better view of them. And Doss just does a great job of catching it, pump faking, and finishing. He's really giving everything he has tonight for this team.
Well, I thought I captured that replay, but my fault, folks. That was from the first half. Doss, though, knocks home the free throw, so the traditional three-point play there.
And I get it. Look, they're back to just their half-court man, which they play very well, but they've got to force Providence to maybe a mistake or a quicker shot. A little more pressure on the ball. Make them a little more uncomfortable right now.
Lovin looks to drive, gives it up. Whitlock for three. Can't get it to fall. Chancey comes down with the board.
I mean, it's a good look, but, those type of plays, and now Christian Academy can try and score off of this.
Renfro gets it to Cook. Now down low, Chancey. One dribble, but picked it up. Now in trouble, gets it out to Losi. Good defense again by the Pioneers.
Yeah, I think if Providence gets a stop here, expect them to run a lot of clock. I mean, you still having that lead. Switching the ball screen.
And then the foul. Hesse whistled.
Yeah, I mean, he's in great position with his feet, and he reaches in. There's no reason, you cause more turnovers with your feet than you do with your hands. Just stay in great position in front of the offensive player.
So Hesse checks out. Kelly.
Hesse's been really good for them tonight.
Sure has been. 10 points on the ball game thus far. Unofficially, I always caution. Renfro inside, gets the ball up. No, they're going to say travel. Extra step.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. He dribbled right into the crowd, into the trap. He tried to maneuver, and they walled up. Nice job by Providence. Again, Todd, we'll see the patience they have here. At the 4:05 mark. Last time they took a quick shot. I really see them just trying to get a layup or an easy basket. I don't think they're going to force anything. They're trapping Lovin down low.
Whitlock for three. That one went.
Well, they trapped him, and he missed the first one, and he's open. And we talked about a wide open look for a good shooter. I mean, that's good offense.
Well, that's one of those too, Coach. Sometimes if guy hasn't played as much, you might think, oh, he won't come off the bench and do that, but he knew right what he wanted to do. And then a whistle down low. I think that may go against Whitlock.
Believe so. A little bump with the hip.
Yep, lower body shove, wasn't it?
And Chancey's doing a good job of working for position.
And a timeout comes from the Providence Pioneers, so we will take this opportunity, take a quick break ourselves. Come on back, more third quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Coming out of the timeout here in the third quarter. Sure enough, I did get that replay. I just played back the wrong one. There we go. So Nate Doss on the...
Yeah, grabbing that loose ball and finishing, pump faking, and going up as strong as possible. They've turned the ball over a couple times here, Christian Academy has, so very active hands by Providence. They anticipate. Now you have a situation where I guess they're in the bonus. It's the fifth foul, so now actually Chauncey, instead of an out-of-bounds play, they'll be one-on-one.
As Chancey make on the first there, had a make in the first half as well. gets both. As I said, about a 62% free throw shooter, but perfect on the night thus far.
Again, more of the same. You're going to see a very patient Providence team. If it's not an open three or a layup, they're not going to take it. They ran what they did in the first half, that naked ball screen, but Christian Academy was all the way over.
Brian, go ahead.
They're taking 27 seconds off the clock so far.
Now, you know they're going to be very patient with this kind of lead.
But Todd, I see Christian Academy trying to double a little bit on the dribble. That's something they really have to think about doing. You've got now closing in on 2 minutes, and you have that deficit.
Oh, nice dump down low, and Scott fouled. Good penetration there by Kelly, really created that.
You know, you had Christian Academy kind of lulled into sleep, just thinking that Providence is not going to attack. They attack, and it's a great dump down. But he's got to make them pay here. He's got to hit these free throws, or all that was for naught.
And missing on the first was Charlie Scott. That foul whistled against Chansey. His first.
Yeah, this gives Christian Academy breaks. You know, a missed shot, missed free throws. You know, all those things can help them battle back into this game.
So Charlie Scott makes one of two. Extends the lead back up to 12. Renfro picked up his dribble and then tried to make a tough pass. And Cook fouled and will go to the line.
He was just in the right spot there and able to clean it up again. You know, they get the air ball for a three-point play. An errant pass is picked up here by Cook, and he gets a chance to go to the line for two shots. So that's how they're staying in the game.
So David Cook, 86% free throw shooter, the 6'5 junior. So far, scoreless on the night, which I didn't think I would be saying in the third quarter for a guy that averages 17.
Well, Providence has denied him. They've doubled him. They're not letting him out of screens, and it's really hard for him. He's missed some dribble moves, but it's a lot of work.
Gets in the scorer's column there. And one more. So Cook with two. Cuts the lead back to 10. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Who took the timeout? I guess Christian Academy did. So we will take a brief break as well. Come on back. More third quarter upcoming on Glycott.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
(29-19) our score here. 2:15 left in the third period. Christian Academy High School, the Providence Pioneers on top in this one. Played great defense all night.
See if we see anything different defensively.
Hesse back in the ball game. Number 5 got the ball now for the Pioneers. He went to the bench with 3 fouls for a bit.
5-out motion, and again, just gonna, if it's not a layup. Now Christian Academy has fouls to give. They have 2 fouls to give, so they can be very aggressive. But you see, even Renfro playing off the ball.
And then a push as Lovin on the drive. Doss will be whistled for that one.
he kind of forced the action there, and they're calling it on the floor, but he kind of forced the action. I didn't think he needed to drive it. He drove it right into the teeth of the defense. I think he needs to be more patient as well.
Long inbounds pass comes to Bryson Whitlock. Lovin now trying to look inside. Gives it up instead to Wall.
They're running two at Lovin.
Yep. Takes it inside. Got a good step there around Chansey.
Sure
it just
was.
missed.
But again, it's dribble through and then dribble back out. It's a really tough shot. And now you give Christian Academy the ball back. They're in the bonus. Any touch foul, and it's...
And Cook misses on the three. Chansey cleans it up. Can't get the board to go, though. Can't get the ball to go off that rebound.
Yeah, that's surprising. He's really good around the rim. He was just great effort to rebound it. But he's played the whole game. Now you see Academy kind of forcing the issue and trapping. Still have another foul to give, so they can be very aggressive.
Now gets Wall on the drive, and Renfro. And a tie-up there, Cook and Lovin.
This is what we talked about. Like, they get the foul call, but you've sped up Providence and you've made them a little uncomfortable.
Right.
It's a 10-point game. Whatever it takes, and it's not just the end of the quarter, I think that is the style that can give Christian Academy a chance to get back in this game.
Into Lovin. As the quarter ticks down, Whitlock.
And they're doubling Lovin every time he touches it.
He's going to drive it. Gives it up. Whitlock down low, gets it to go.
Great patience, and too easy for Lovin to break the pressure there, and Christian Academy's got to really dig in defensively.
Renfro whistled for the foul. The foul whistled against him. Brian Wall whistled for the foul, I should say, there. That's his third. But Renfro will go to the line.
Yeah, look, they impeded his movement. He was making a strong drive. There was some contact.
Yeah, you could hear the Providence faithful not loving that call, but
not surprisingly.
Not surprisingly, exactly. So Renfro with the chance to cut the Providence lead back to 10, and he does. They're going to have to play a little defense here with 2.1. That is enough time to get a long pass and a possible play. And time expires. A 10-point lead for the Providence Pioneers at the end of 3. We will step away, come back for the fourth quarter here on Glycott.
Homeowners, I wanted to apologize because we made a billboard that said affordable monthly payments, and I didn't explain that to everybody what that meant. So now I'm going to show you guys how much of an affordable monthly payment really is. So we check this out right here. If you have a $10,000 roof project, all right, you got $10,000, okay, it is only $107 a month, okay? And let's say that you have a $15,000 roof project. We'll write it here. It is only $161 a month.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Andy's Roofing in Sellersburg, the #1 shingle roofing contractor in Louisville and Southern Indiana. Andy's Roofing.
A 31-21 lead for the Pioneers here from Christian Academy. Dr. Todd Carter, Mark Lieberman on the call. for you here tonight. Xander Essex working the camera, and Steve Bird, our executive producer.
Let's see what offensively Christian Academy can do here. Running a double action for Cook, but it's got to be Cook and Renfro to try and get these guys going.
Doss to Renfro. Takes it in, and blocking foul against Lovin. That's his third. 3 Pioneers with 3 fouls. Wall, Lovin, and I thought there were 3. Yes, and Hesse. And a timeout?
Yep, timeout by Christian Academy.
So timeout from Christian Academy gives us the opportunity to go ahead and catch our first fourth quarter break. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
This segment of tonight's game brought to you by Priority Radiology in New Albany. You deserve to know better and sooner. Priority Radiology. 7:39 remains here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Christian Academy takes that timeout to obviously runs a set. You've got Cook inbounding, so something maybe for him or Renfro. And there it is, a exit screen for Renfro, but well guarded by Providence.
Brian Wall on him, gives it up. Doss gets the make.
I think it was just the ball got deflected.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
You know, Doss is always Johnny on the spot, and now again, 8-point game.
So inside double digits, and the Christian Academy crowd beginning to come alive.
You know, and again, changing tempo. They're doubling Lovin, making them uncomfortable. I'd kind of look if they got to use the clock a little bit more. You see Christian Academy really sagging off. It's tough.
Whitlock on the drive, on the rim, pulled down by Chansey, off to Renfro. Renfro wants to run, but it gets his pocket picked there. Whitlock just poked it away, and Hesse comes up with it.
Yeah, just right in the middle of a crowd, and you get that back tip. And
now the ball on the floor. So out high, lots of action going there. I don't even know how to describe that. Most of it extracurricular.
Yeah, there's some bumping, and it's a very physical game, and the referees, you know, they're doing a decent job of trying to keep it under control, but it's a very physical game, especially off the ball. Some things grabbing and holding that they just got to look for. You see Doss right here is just he's really holding on to him, but in this situation, no rush again for Providence. No panic. Have poise. You still have the lead.
Lovin now working against Cook, beats him, and tucks the ball and just lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. You can't just have a straight line drive and just give him that.
Cook feeling it.
It's the first time tonight, Todd, that Providence did not do a good job of getting matched up in transition.
Yep.
And that's what happens.
So 33-26 as that made three cuts into the Providence lead again.
Yeah, I think they're going to be patient, and if they can get something with Lovin getting to the rim again.
Comes the double Forcing him baseline. Waldo just kind of dribbles it back out to reset. Now there's Wall. He's going to drive it. Oh, dumps it down. Good look down low. Oh, foul called against Losi.
Wow.
It's his second.
Seemed like he showed the ball and looked clean from here.
So that will send Whitlock to the stripe.
Again, Todd, the pace of the game has changed, where now Providence is a little more rushed, and Christian Academy defensively has more of a chaotic nature of trapping and scrambling, and it's worked. They just got to continue to score on the offensive end and try and just keep chipping away. They've got 5 minutes.
So both makes by Whitlock. He's got 7 in the contest. Back to an 11-point lead. Oh, Renfro has it poked away and then just waiting to see if the ball would roll out of bounds. And was a timeout awarded? Timeout was awarded. So on that timeout, we'll go ahead and take our other fourth quarter break. More fourth quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
People need a place to go and someone to help. There's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
As we return here to live action, both ball clubs getting ready to head out of the huddles. Let's show you that made 3. And then if we have time, we'll...
Yeah, that's just a situation where that's the first time tonight they were late in locating Cook, and he was able to dribble into his 3.
Let's show you that straight line drive there by Lovin. Just nobody stopped the ball, and in he went.
Let's see if they continue to trap and deny and just speed up Providence, because really it's the way to chip into this game.
Lovin out high, working it against Cook. Ball knocked away. Now ball... I think they're saying that Renfro touched it while he was out of bounds. So Providence ball.
Again, with Lovin, if he catches the ball up top, it's tough. He's going to be trapped. They've got to move him around and keep him he's a good ball handler, but maybe keep him lower where he can flash up. Because here comes the trap.
There's Lovin on the drive and make, and they're going to call the foul. Is that against? That's new in the ball game. No advance.
Again, a little delay on the call, and I think we were both a little unsure what the call was going to be. That time he just attacked the trap, and there's not a lot of help now, and he's just got free reign to get to the rim.
So Lovin with the make, the harm, and the bucket, back to 12. Oh, Hesse gets a paw in there, knocking it away from Cook, but Cook chases it down. He'll shoot the 3 again, his favorite spot, drains it.
Todd, just a little bit of room is all he needed, and he rhythm dribbled right into that 3.
And I believe I miscalculated there. I gave that timeout to Providence, but that's not correct. I think it was Christian Academy that called that. We're going to show you that drive again by Lovin.
Yeah, good body control, able to kind of slide his hips a little bit to avoid the charge. Nicely done.
So Cook, with a couple of made threes, now has 8. And again, cuts the lead back to 9 inside that double-digit mark. But they're going to need more of the same, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, it's such an uphill battle, in this game. And there's been 2 opportunities where Cook has walked into those threes or rhythm dribbled. I can assure you Providence is going to deny him and not let him get going the rest of the game. And, Providence has enough guys that can handle the ball and make plays to score.
Look at our upcoming schedule on Glycod, brought to you by the Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, serving youth and families in a safe and caring environment. On Wednesday, PRP at Male doubleheader starting at 5:30. Girls first, then the boys. On Thursday, a doubleheader starting at 6, North Oldham at Oldham County, and then Woodford County and Henry Clay. And then a 7:30 tip here in southern Indiana, Salem at Silver Creek on Thursday evening.
A soft 2-2-1 right now by Christian Academy, but they are trapping as soon as the ball gets over.
Landon passes out of it, though, finds Lovin. Oh, got too far underneath. Chansey made him change his shot, and ball out of bounds to Christian Academy.
Yeah, he might have got hit, but at the same time, he needs to go up and attack that rim and try and finish that play.
Lovin was patting his chest there, I think, telling the coach, hey, that was on me. It got too far under there. Oh, and then just a miscommunication. Doss can't find Cook. Ball rolls out of bounds.
Well, Hesse just does a great job of denying him, and Cook spins, and they weren't on the same page. So, again, we told you they're going to turn up the heat on Cook and not make it easy. Staying in the 2-2-1 here, and they're trapping anytime the ball gets over.
Now Whitlock on the baseline to Lannon. He'll
Great,
just dribble
smart
back
play.
out of it. Yep.
The clock is what you're playing right now. You want to force them to foul you and get layups. And the ball will end up in Lovin's hands again at some point.
Lannon dumps at the wall. Now the layup comes, but Whitlock couldn't make it. Tie up.
Again, you don't have a lot of great finishers trying to make that play, and I understand the dribble penetration, but this is exactly what Christian Academy wants out of their trapping 2-2-1 defense, is to make players who are not comfortable making plays make plays. Get the ball out of Lovin's hands, and now you have a chance.
So in the alternating possession, back in the hands of the home whites.
It's really tough because every time a Cook or Renfro passes the ball, there's really not a lot of playmakers for him.
And Noah Vance, freshman, over there on the sideline trying to find Renfro. Ball knocked out of bounds. Now Renfro looks to drive it. Gets in traffic, has it swatted away. Wow.
Yeah, he avoided the charge, but he's driving right into traffic. There are opportunities for him if he attacks like that to kick it out for open threes for his teammates.
Good camera work there. We caught that. So Cook to trigger on the inbounds. Gets it to
Expect the ball to come back to Cook in some capacity.
Tough pass there to Chansey. Now back to Cook. Cook working against Hesse, loses the handle, has to back it back out and reset.
Just great one-on-one defense by Hesse, just catching his move, staying in front, just a tremendous job.
Losi now gives it up to Renfro.
Nothing easy on the offensive end for this team.
Renfro trying to turn the corner, blocking foul comes Charlie Scott.
Wow. He looked like he had great positions, Todd.
So Charlie Scott hits the deck, and Christian Academy get the ball out of bounds. That's Scott's third foul. Into Renfro. Gets the bucket and the harm. They going to count that one? I think they did that time.
I think they did. I think that's the right call. He was underneath. He was a little late, a little brush screen, and Renfro was able just to dive to the basket. And again,
good catch and shoot there.
Just hanging around.
So Renfro with 11 and the chance to make it a dozen here. And does. Have a timeout. No timeout. I think the referees were asking a question, and both teams use that as an opportunity for a little huddle up. So 2:04 remaining, and this lead as close as it has been since the end of the first quarter. Ball into 11, working against Cook and Renfro. Trap comes.
Again, another foul to give so they can be super aggressive.
And open shot for Hesse. Oh, he misses that.
What a big offensive rebound.
Lovin on the drive. Foul. I think they're going to call the block. Yes, they are. So that's Eli Logsdon trying to take the charge, but Lovin will go to the line. 3 fouls committed by each team. That was the first on Logsdon, the junior. Lovin eyes it and knocks it home. Lovin now also with the chance to make it a dozen in the scoring column. Doesn't do it.
Nope.
So he's got 11 in the ball game.
Another opportunity for Academy.
And with a man in his face, Cook puts that up. And then, nope, they're going to call. I thought it was going to be against Charlie Scott, but it was against Doss. Just crowding him too much underneath.
Well, it was called a block. I don't know if that's what it was. It's just seemed like he extended his arm on that one. Tough call. Now they're really trapping, extending the floor.
Hesse with it. Ends up getting his pocket picked. Renfro puts it up, can't get it to go, and the foul. I didn't hear the whistle there. Guys, I don't think the guys heard it either. They kind of played through.
Yep, and you see it's the change of defenses, the pressure, the trapping, make Providence uncomfortable, and it's put them back in the game. It's a tough game to officiate. There's so much contact, and there's so many plays that can be called, so really tough game for these guys to officiate because really on every possession there could be a call.
So Renfro makes the first and going to do a little shoelace adjustment there. Gets ready for the second. As the Coach Miller talking to the official. Okay, now we're set to go. Whitlock will check in. Charlie Scott heads to the sideline. So Renfro knocks home another. He's got 14 on the night. Trap comes against Lovin, dribbles out of it. Nicely done there. Just keeps going and runs into traffic.
Gets a bailout there. He gets sped up. He's dribbling right into a crowd. It's bailed out with a foul call.
Going to be David Cook's third.
I believe they're in the bonus now, so 1-on-1. or 2 shots.
As Lovin makes the first. Now he's got that dozen. Extends the lead back to 6. The Warriors certainly have made a bit of a run back. They just can't quite get over the hump.
Yeah, they have to earn everything. Every basket's is coming hard, and you see the good ball pressure on Cook right here and on Renfro, and a lot of the clock is going, and you're shrinking gaps.
Renfro gets Wall up in the air, sinks the three-pointer. And a timeout by Christian Academy.
That's a tough one, Todd. Wow. He's got a shot fake and got his defender off his feet, but then his defender recovers and steps through for the 3. Wow. Big-time shot.
All right, let's step aside. We'll be back. More fourth quarter on Glycon.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
$17 for Josh Renfro, and this lead now down to 2 possessions. 4 points for the Pioneers. But we believe that was the last timeout for Christian Academy.
Extending their pressure, making every catch tough. They've doubled Lovin on almost every play now, and that's how they've crawled back into it with just this chaotic defense.
Oh, and Lovin forced to throw the ball away. They're going to say it was touched. Show you the replay. They're going to say Providence ball and say it was touched. And then the ball taken away. Freshman Vance, tries to get it to Renfro, but just about poked away. Now back in Renfro's hands. Steps back, shoots the 3, can't get it to fall. And Lovin fouled on the rebound.
I mean, it was right on line.
It was on line, just missed.
We almost had ourselves
that would have
another crazy ending here.
Yep, place just about erupted.
And look, there's still 41 seconds, so there's
right.
plenty of time for Christian Academy to hit some big shots, and you get some misses here and extend the game with some fouls. You have your opportunities.
So Lovin steps back to line.
Just like that.
A miss there, so still 2 possessions, but chance to ice a bit. Still one more here, though. And, of course, could be huge an offensive rebound for Providence.
Completely different fourth quarter.
There's the make. And timeout by Providence. We'll keep it here.
You wonder a bit if Christian Academy maybe the start the second half or late first half changes their defenses and extends their pressure, not just because they're down, and just to speed up and make Providence uncomfortable. It's really worked here in the fourth quarter. You have a tired Providence team because they work so hard defensively. Then offensively, they're sped up, something they haven't been doing all game. It's you get out of your comfort zone. Those are the type of things that are happening here. So I'm sure with this timeout, you might see Providence change their defense, do different looks or how they're going to guard Cook and Renfro. Meanwhile, they're looking at ways to get Renfro and Cook the basketball. So it's an interesting chess game right here because there might be a defensive switch of how they're guarding certain actions while Christian Academy is drawing up a play for their 2 shot makers.
So 5 points, and We know that at Christian Academy, both Cook and Renfro can hit just from just about any place on the floor.
Yeah, you know it's going to be those guys. Maybe Chancey gets an offensive rebound and the putback, but you know it's going to be one of those guys. I'd like to see what Providence does here defensively, guarding Renfro and Cook.
Looks like they're looking like they're going to come out and give some pressure up the court, or at least deny Cook the chance for any kind of an easy catch.
Yeah, they're gonna force him to catch the ball inside and really work up the court. You don't want to reach, you don't want to foul, because both teams are in the bonus right now. And that's what Providence wants to do. They ran two at Cook.
They wanted a double right there, yeah.
They're going to make somebody else beat them besides Cook.
Renfro hits a tough one.
But again, I think out of timeouts, they can really take their time inbounding the ball, too. He got the ball rather quick. You could almost let the referee hand it to you, and that takes another 3 or 4 seconds off the clock.
Right. 16.8 remains. And
just those little things, Todd, that, hey, you're up, they don't have timeouts. Let the ball go. You have a designated inbounder until the clock is the hand count is started by the referee. I mean, that's the difference between college and high school. The clock does not stop.
So Quentin Hesse has 10 on the night. So can't get that one to go.
I'll tell you, you
still a one-possession game.
We might have you and I might be here for a few more. We might need a Snickers bar.
Could be. See if Hesse can maybe put a little ice on this one, and he gets that one.
Been interesting to see if they were going to foul if that was the case. Just don't want to foul anything here. Just be solid.
Renfro on the baseline, make.
But again, don't hand the ball to the official. You basically don't have to get the ball in.
And there comes the foul with 2 seconds left.
The official hadn't started his count, Todd, and really he could have let the
just held on to it.
He could have. There's no point to inbound right there. Just things that that you kind of end the game situations that when it comes tournament time, you want to have all those little details down.
Yep.
Because you never know right here, a miss and a heave.
Yep.
We've seen stranger, especially even tonight.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, including a ball sitting on the rim.
Right.
I haven't seen one of those in several years. So no 11, 15 on the night. Chance to, ice this away.
Honestly, Todd, you almost want to miss this one.
Yep.
Because all they can do is get up a 3, and the clock's going to start rather than have a chance to run the inbound play and maybe get something off this.
Yep.
I'd want my player to miss.
It's got to hit the rim, though. And there's the make.
We have a lot of options here.
Renfro heaves it up and can't get it to go. And that is the ball game. Well, Providence had, I think, 12 was their biggest lead. Maybe it was 13, but I believe it was 12. And the Warriors came charging back and ended up being a one-possession game with just those couple seconds left. But the Providence Pioneers pull out the win here tonight at Christian Academy. So let's step away. We'll come back, and we will have the post-game show upcoming here on Glycott.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank? Buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
You're busy, always on the go. And when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, home of the best pre-owned car, truck, and SUV prices and selection in Southern Indiana. Jim Butner Auto, striving to keep you driving.
Back at Christian Academy, where Providence defeats the Kai Warriors 44-41. Our final score, Dr. Todd Carter, Mark Lieberman on the call for you this evening. While I show a couple of quick replays here, we'll let Mark just your thoughts about this one and this win by Providence.
Yeah, Providence defense was dominant for three quarters, made life difficult for Cook and Renfro throughout, and then they just changed their defense and became desperate. And all of a sudden, they're turning them over. They're missing shots because they're being sped up, and all of a sudden, if this game had another 2 minutes, we might have a different outcome.
Yeah, it was one of those where the Providence certainly they were so very patient on the offensive end, but then there at the end, as you said, a little more sort of chaos comes from the Christian Academy defense, and that certainly just sped them up a little bit and made it tough for the Pioneers. And if it wasn't for some made free throws, while they did have some misses, if it wasn't for some made free throws down the stretch, this one could have gone the other way.
Oh yeah, and a couple of turnovers by Christian Academy. So yeah, making some free throws and they had a few more playmakers than Christian Academy, so they were able to handle that. But it really was that pressure was stifling in those last 4 or 5 minutes.
All right, well, let's step aside once again. When we come back, we'll get the ticker running for you with some other Southern Indiana high school games, and we will continue with the postgame show, including the German-American postgame numbers here on Glycott.
makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Cobra Kai?
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
We've always gone to Skyline. As soon as we get there, the girls run to make sure that we can get the counter. It's kind of neat for the kids to sit there and watch their food being made.
It's like right in front of you, showing kind of like how it's actually done. It's awesome because it's a Skyline thing.
Very, very, very awesome.
Where else can you go and play and entertain yourself and eat, you know?
Nobody has a counter like Skyline. It's just the best.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
As we return here to Christian Academy in the post-game show and try to get our ticker up and running, our post-game ticker, as always, brought to you by the, I got to get to it here. Here we go. The Clark County Health Department. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Clark County Health Department. Are you up to date on your immunizations? For scheduling and more information, contact them at 812-282-7521. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the final numbers and our scoring. Brought to you by German American Bank. German American Bank, they've been strengthening communities since 1910. The Providence Pioneers in the win, led by Noah Lovin, who had 16-11 from Quentin Hesse, 7 from Bryson Whitlock off the bench, 4 from Brian Wall, and 3 from Charlie Scott, 2 apiece from Preston Kempf and Carter Lannon. For the Christian Academy Warriors, 17 from Josh Renfro, 8 from David Cook, 7 from Josh Chansey, and 5 from Nate Doss. And again, the Providence defense really stifling a lot of the usual scoring that the Warriors would be able to do. Just really kind of an interesting sort of situation there with how tough that the Christian Academy Warriors had it tonight.
I'm not sure the exact number. Maybe you have it there, Todd, how many points they had in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But they must have had 19, 20 points in that fourth.
Right, yep.
You know, that and again, it wasn't just because of an offensive effort, it was because of their defensive effort of scrambling around and whatnot. But Providence, look, they're going to have games like that. They're on the road, tough environment, and they survive. They find a way. We talked about their culture. Those are the type of things that's demonstrative of this team. That's what they're going to show.
Absolutely. Well, let's jump away again for a moment. We come back. Mark's going to choose our most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by Skyline Chili. So we will tease that and be back with that when we return here on Glycod.
You never know who you're going to run into at a Skyline. I moved to Cincinnati, and I was playing in bands. I met Michael, and we've been playing and writing music ever since. We live 300 feet from a Skyline, and we go there constantly.
And I'm sure there have been multiple times where we've gone before a show and then after the show. Any time for us is Skyline time.
It has a feeling kind of like those mom and pop diners, also like a deep charm for me.
It's just good hangs there at Skyline.
Homeowners, I wanted to apologize because we made a billboard that said affordable monthly payments, and I didn't explain that to everybody what that meant. So now I'm going to show you guys how much of affordable monthly payment really is. So we check this out right here. If you have a $10,000 roof project, all right, you got $10,000, okay, it is only $107 a month, okay? And let's say that you have a $15,000 roof project. We'll write it here. It is only $161 a month.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction, some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Hackey Page today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
You're watching Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Basketball from Glycod.
Time for the most outstanding players of the game here in this ball game between the Pioneers and the Christian Academy Warriors. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Skyline Chili. Visit them at 3505 Grant Line Road in New Albany. It's Skyline time for our most outstanding players. Let's turn it back over to Mark Lieberman.
Yeah, for Christian Academy, Nathan Doss to me was just all over the place, affecting the game, deflections, loose balls, three-point plays. He got them started offensively early by dribble penetration and dump downs, and then defensively he just is a workhorse. So to me, he's the player of the game for Christian Academy. And then for Providence, Noah Lovin, just really great poise, finishing plays. Defensively has a really high IQ as well. Down the stretch, he was the guy that they wanted to put the ball in his hands, and he made the right plays.
Absolutely. So our two most outstanding players from Chi, Nate Doss, and from Providence, Noah Lovin. Again, most outstanding players presented by Skyline Chili. Visit them at 3505 Grant Line Road in New Albany. It is Skyline time. Now it's time to take a brief look at our upcoming schedule. And coming up this next week on Glycod, Wednesday, January 31st, 5:30, girls-boys doubleheader, PRP at Male High School, starting at 5:30 again with the girls' game and boys' game to follow. On Thursday, February 1st, Tates Creek at Dunbar and North Oldham at Oldham County at 6 p.m. That one's a doubleheader, girls-boys doubleheader. Then 7:30 tip, Salem at Silver Creek. And that should actually read that Tates Creek at Dunbar is a 7:30 tip as well. So that schedule brought to you by the Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, serving youth and families in safe and caring environment. Well, it's time to put the bow on this one. And Mark, any thoughts just as we go to sign off about this ball game, both these teams going forward?
Yeah, no. First of all, great working with you.
Thank you. Yeah,
always a blast.
You as well.
And no, I think both teams are in great position. This is an excellent basketball game. Both teams are poised for the playoffs. I like how both teams play. They're getting better and better. So I'm impressed with the level of basketball with both programs.
All right. So as you said, both teams in the second half of the season, they got about a month to go to push for the playoffs, and both want to get better. So the Chi Warriors fall to 13-2. The Providence Pioneers improve to 12-3. We want to thank the athletic director, Kevin Bowers, here at Christian Academy, as well as his assistants, Tammy and Hannah, for helping us with setup and all our so forth getting here tonight. Our executive producer for the night was Steve Bird. Our camera operator was Xander Essex. For Mark Lieberman, I'm Dr. Todd Carter signing off, saying so long, good night, and we'll see you next time on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. Tonight's game was brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, Southern Indiana's top choice for buying a pre-owned vehicle. Mack Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. Clark County Health Department, prevent, promote, protect. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. By German American Bank, Skyline Chili, Clark County Youth Services, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.